Welcome back. Today we are making another one of our Snow White Sims. This one comes from a movie that I desperately wanted to watch, but I could not justify buying. It's called Avengers Grimm, and it's called a mockbuster, so basically they try to rip off things like the Avengers, but they change everything about it and they try to trick people into buying it. And it was definitely described as most people thinking it was going to be an adult film. Like, that's how bad it was. It was not, but yeah. I might still buy it, I don't know. It looks terrible. Like, every still that I could find is terrible. But the actress is really pretty, and she has a really interesting, like, underbite jaw thing going on, which I was really excited to kind of recreate. And then her cheekbones were kind of sunken in. I don't know. She's really pretty. But yeah, I could not justify buying it. Most of the sources, I couldn't even buy it. I would have to rent it, and I'm just like, I have a hard time justifying, like, renting movies. I'd rather just buy them. I don't know why. Like, I'll go to the movies, like, in person, and it's different, but just, like, at home, I have the like, I'm cheap. I admit that I'm cheap, but yeah. So I have not watched it. But I really kind of want to. Just the whole premise, like Rumpelstiltskin breaks a mirror and goes into the future, and then this like princess posse is coming after him, and then there's Red Riding Hood, and just like, it's ridiculous. It looks like Snow White gets kidnapped at one point because there's pictures of her, like the guy's holding like a knife to her throat, and then like she's in a corset, and then she's tied up with ropes, and just like, I could see why people had the impression that this was not like a movie. That this was something else. I think I get pretty close to her though. I was actually excited that I had that hair because I wasn't sure that I had a hair that matched what she had. I don't put her in... There was basically two outfits I saw her in. There was like a sparkly corset with a leather jacket and like leather pants kind of moment. This is my medieval folder, so I definitely didn't have that. But there was also like... The fantasy outfit was just like a prom dress gone wrong, and I knew I didn't have that, so I just kind of did my best. Her nose was really interesting too, because she has like a really tiny nose, and it's like, not sunken in, but like very tiny nose. I say this in the nicest way possible, like I genuinely mean it nicely. She has kind of like a fish mouth, like it's really pouty. And again, I think that's awesome. Like, I like people who have interesting features. It makes me so happy to recreate them. Sometimes, like, especially with top Hollywood actors, like, they kind of get samey, and it gets boring. So I was really excited to create her. I am not sure what I'm doing with these Sims yet. Like, I know I've talked about the Ferritalia neighborhood, but I'm not sure what they're actually going to do in that neighborhood. Part of me is terrible and wants to do like a battle royale to see who's the top Snow White, but who knows? I'll do something with them. They're too good to waste. I'm almost done with, I think I'm halfway through the Snow Whites, and then I'm gonna move on to Cinderella. I almost went with this dress as a side note because it does look kind of prom-y. It's definitely Evil Queen material, but it also could be prom-y. Because like the covering, because they always make you cover yourself up. But yeah, I just needed like a black dress, because it's like a black strapless prom dress is what they had her in. And I didn't have that. I already knew I didn't have that, but I had things that were kind of prom-y, like this one, which I really loved this dress, but I could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for my perfectionism. Because then I was like, oh, maybe an Empire dress. I knew I had the swan dress, but I didn't know what colors I had it in, and unfortunately I only had it in white. I know it comes in other colors, I just didn't have them in the folder. And I'm lazy. I was not going to go and look for more. I don't know why I didn't cut this out. I do cut it out eventually. And I go with an outfit from The Legend of the Seeker. Because it had the right energy. It actually was a nice mix of both. Seriously, I didn't cut any of this out? I could cut it out now, but I'm not going to. I'm a lazy YouTuber, it must be said. I remembered to change the microphone because sometimes I forget. I remembered this time, so I get a gold star. There we go, I did cut some out. So yeah, that's what I ended up going. I just felt like it was the right outfit. I remembered to give her red lipstick too because she had like really red lips, and I was like, you can't forget that. And of course the big false eyelashes. And yeah, so that's our sim. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've seen Avengers Grimm or any kind of mockbuster. I wasn't really familiar with the term, but I'm also not the primary audience for that. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video, please do give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.